Welcome to Friday, August the 6th. It's Stock Markets with Bruce here. We're going to talk about the stock markets in plain English. How you doing today? Welcome one, welcome all. It's Friday. Yahoo! Finally, Friday is here. Oh my gosh, we had another fun week, didn't we? Another fun week this week. Um, how we do it, we don't know, but we do. We survive. We find ways to keep on going and keep it happening. How long can I hold Cyxt warrants? Is there a time limit? Hey, buddy, I think you're good for like 5 years. I think these have a long lifetime. You might find on your units, on your warrants, I'm not sure when whatever platform you're using, I can't help you, but you should be able to maybe expand the warrant or expand that listing, or somehow you can do a search. I know you can do a search through your broker. If I were your stockbroker back in the 80s, I'd be calling you and I'd be telling you what's in your account and what's happening. And I would be informing you that you received these warrants because for every 3 shares you used to have of the old company before it became Cyxtera, you now got a warrant as well. It was part of the merger deal, I guess. I would have filled you in on this months before it happened, and we would have been looking forward to it. But in today's world, with the SEC allowing brokerage firms to do nothing on your behalf whatsoever, they don't have to inform you on what's going on. Your account can have changes happen to it, and you got to figure it out yourself. Welcome to the world of the new brokerage world that the SEC blesses with open minds, open hearts. But don't go and try to make money in this market, because then there'll be an SEC investigation, including congressional hearings, because obviously you're up to something. You're up to money laundering or something, because you're trying to make money where that money is supposed to be made by the investment bankers in New York, not you retail investors. All those big companies in New York are supposed to make all this money. So you just watch yourself. Oh boy, welcome to the new SEC in which this world lives. Anyway, there it is. Weird and wacky. Anyway, there you have it. I've been away for a while. What's hot? What's going on? What's happening in this SPAC world? Yeah, my list of SPACs that I brought up have really shifted. I used to have a list of SPACs, that no longer, really no longer. It's nowhere near this anymore. Like, look at this. Like ATIP was a SPAC once. Cyxtera. FWA is still a SPAC, but it's going to become Smart Rent. Then there's 23andMe. That's shifted. Matterport is now shifted. NavSite shifts next Friday into Spire. Sofi is Sofi. And VACQ shifts on the 20th of August. So we'll be down to one company left. I'll have one SPAC left out of all the SPACs that I once recommended available. Here are my stock picks: Apple, Cisco, Facebook, GameStop, Home Depot, IBM, Intel, Microsoft, Micron, and SMH, the Vanek Vector ETF for computer chips. And generally speaking, these guys are doing all right. Intel is the only laggard, but I like it long term. But those are my picks. How long should I write a SoFi put for, Bruce? What do you think? Let's take a look at SoFi right now. 1621 is the stock, 1623. Let's take a look at some options. Are there some options that are writable on SoFi? What can we do here? Let's take a look at the end of the month, first of all, just for fun. See, if you wrote a put contract on SoFi for the end of this month, August 27th, the last Friday of this month, this being the 6th, that's 13, 20, 3 weeks from now, you would bring in on a 15, you would bring in about 68 cents a share, 70 cents a share, which means you're committing to buy SoFi at $14.30 if you were to be exercised, just so you know. I like the idea that between now and the end of August, the shares will not be anywhere near $14.30. You'll keep all 70 cents for yourself. But if you want to write contracts a little further out into September now, you can look at maybe, let's take a look, September 17th. That would be another month. $15 contract would bring you about $1.10, $1.15 ballpark. I would go closer in. I'd write that August 27th. I wouldn't write this one. I would, for the extra month, you're not being given enough money. So I would look at that August 27th contract as a candidate. I would look at maybe even August the 20th. Let me take a peek here. That one would bring you about 55 cents or so. The August 13 contract would only bring you about 33, 34 cents, but it is only till next Friday. So, you can go maybe 2 weeks out writing that August 20. If you can bring in 50, 55 cents a share, you're committing 14.45 to buy it. The stock's at 16.26. This SoFi stays here, stays above 15. You keep all that money for yourself. Shares go higher, of course, these contracts become worthless. Obviously, a $14 contract as opposed to a $15 contract, it's only trading at 23 cents. A $13 contract is trading at 9 cents. So the shares went up $2 a share in the next few days. Your 50-cent contract would be worth a dime, and you could buy it back for a dime, lock in the 40-cent gain, and say, thank you. If you do buy or write the August 27, you'll bring in closer to 65, 70 cents. And if you do go out to September 3rd, you can bring in more like 80, 85 cents. And again, a $2 move, even on a September 3rd contract, that contract will drop to about 30, 35 cents from the dollar-ish, $85. So there's a 50, 60 cent premium or gain being handed to you on a contract, $50, $60 per contract if the SoFi goes higher. So there you go. There's a couple of thoughts for you there, a couple of ideas worthy of consideration. SoFi now 16.22, up 16 cents. The higher the shares go, the lower the puts will be worth, obviously, because they're more out of the money. What are you using to look at options right now? Isaiah, I just look at Marketwatch. I just go to marketwatch.com. Here it is right here. Go to marketwatch.com, and then you find the stock that you like. You see the quote on the stock you like, and then you can then look up the options chain. Easily done, and you can see what's going on. Do you always have to buy it back, or can you let it expire? If it's out of the money, you can let it expire worthless, or in the last day or two, you can buy it for like a nickel or a dime, and then write new puts that are much higher, again with premium out of the money, for sure. If you got a contract that you sold for $6 and it's down to 40 cents with 5 days to go, buy it back, because for 5 cents you're only getting 8 cents a day, whereas with that $8 sell price, you were making 40, 50 cents a day at the beginning. You may want to just buy these back at 40 cents, write a new call for 9 days or 14 days, whatever it is, and bring in the big money. Here we go. CYXT $10 Januaries are 80 cents a pop. Is that a good buy there, CYXT? Well, you're out of the money $1.50, but you've got till January. So, there you have it. If the shares get to 10, those will be worth about $2 a piece. So you'll be up on them. And CYXT, they didn't go through all these motions to have the stock sit at 8.57. So yeah, I'd be looking at those. It's a cheap price. Let's go. Thank you, everybody, for that. If you'd like to talk to me about a 1-hour session, you want to get together with me, send me an email through my email address, which is right here. It's the old school hotmail.com email address. Send me an email. Say, Bruce, I'd like to talk to you on a one-on-one session. When can you book me in? I'd like to make a reservation and lock it in right away.